It was the first week of September when Sarah packed her suitcase. She moved slowly, folding the shirts like someone counting time. The house was quiet except for the sound of her breath and the faint ticking of the clock on the wall. David sat in the kitchen, his hands wrapped around a cold cup of coffee. He could hear every small noise: zippers, the drag of the suitcase, the creak of the old floorboards. Neither of them had planned for it to end this way. There was no big fight, no shouting. Just a slow drifting, like two boats carried by separate currents, farther and farther apart until the shore disappeared. When she came into the kitchen, she looked tired but calm. "I'll leave the keys on the table," she said. He nodded, staring at the cup. "Do you have somewhere to go?" She smiled, just a little. "Yes. My sister's for a while." There was a silence between them that felt heavy but not cruel. David thought of the first day they met Sarah in a bookstore, holding a novel she loved, talking about it with such fire in her voice. He wondered where that fire had gone, if it had burned out or just moved somewhere he couldn't reach. "You can take the car," he said, finally. "I'll walk," she replied. "It's a nice day." When she left, the door closed softly. David stayed at the table, listening to the quiet as though it might speak to him. The house felt larger suddenly, the walls farther apart. In the bedroom, the bed looked untouched, almost staged. He walked in, sat down, and stared at the suitcase-shaped hollow on the floor. He thought about calling her back, asking her to stay, telling her he could change. But he knew that wasn't what she needed, and maybe not what he needed either. Instead, he stood up, opened the window, and let the September air in. It smelled of wet leaves and something distant, like rain. That night he didn't sleep much. He made himself dinner, just eggs and toast, and ate at the kitchen counter. He didn't turn on the television. The silence didn't feel as sharp now, more like a companion sitting across from him, reminding him that this, too, was a kind of beginning. Outside, the night grew colder, and the moon climbed high. Somewhere in another part of the city, Sarah was lying in a different bed, looking at a different ceiling, perhaps thinking the same thoughts. Two people, two separate lives now, bound by a quiet understanding that love, sometimes, is not enough to hold two souls together.